The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Well, good evening. So you've come to talk with your boy Twitch yet again. It's been an interesting week. It seems this particular coterie had a visitor from One-Eyed K. One of his people showed up at the door demanding them to go see this king. Of course, before they left, they also discovered that Charles Dawson, the one known as Crook, had been observing them. Now, that raises a question. Is Crook a member of One-Eyed K's gang, or is he just doing odd jobs to fill in for some boons? In the end, it doesn't really matter, because this coterie did meet with the One-Eyed King, and they set into motion their plan to deal with him and to deal with Al Capone. It's actually a rather bold plan. They're going to have Capone and One-Eyed K fight each other on the south side of Chicago, and in so doing, eliminate two threats without having to be the ones to do it. That's actually positively Machiavellian of them. I wonder how that's going to work out. Well, I don't think it really matters, because honestly, their plan to notify Winnetka of the events going on will ensure that the only real winner is once again the Nosferatu. Funny how that works out, isn't it? And it also seems Miss Destiny Star Jones has decided to go to LA. I'm going to miss telling stories about her. Hopefully she'll be back at a later point. But before she left, she did take a visit out to meet Winnetka for one last time. Winnetka gave her a very interesting series of instructions. He suggested she actually take Genghis with her and use Genghis as a scapegoat for any mischief she gets up to. He also told her to look up one Nines Rodriguez in LA. Now, I have seen Nines Rodriguez before. He is quite a revolutionary. But also, well, I think more than one person has called him Fines Rodriguez. Interesting company the pretty Nos will have out there, isn't it? I wonder what this coterie is going to get up to tonight. I wonder what dark fates are in store now that they are down one coterie member. And I wonder what dark events have been set in motion. Things are coming to a head here for this coterie. Should be interesting to see. Come back and speak with me next week, so I can let you know what happened. As always, I am Twitch. We'll talk. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am your storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I'm Rylyn Dare, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and tonight I'll be playing Jacqueline Duran of Clan Ventrue.
And I'm Lady Merowith, and I will be playing Eleanor Thurston, Clan Malkavian.
I'm Urian, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar Cade of Clan La Sombra.
I'm Mickey, and I play Sam of Clan Bruja.
And in this last episode, as I'm sure a Malkavian informed everybody, they went and dealt with One-Eyed K. But the episode ended with Destiny off to see Wineka, and we'd put on hold the rest of the coterie. Now we're going to actually return to that night because the rest of the coterie has departed the club, all except for Eleanor and Roscoe, who have stayed behind to talk. And we're actually going to open tonight's episode with Eleanor and Roscoe and their little talk.
Roscoe.
Eleanor, what's up?
I've been having a think about everything the emissary said, wondering if I missed something. And I remembered a couple details that might help in your research.
Wonderful. Okay.
But also might be good to know. The first thing is, kindred can't be possessed by demons.
What's that?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, indeed.
I would have thought they could possess anyone, but okay.
I would have thought so too, except the emissary did say very distinctly that it would have really liked to have me, but was settling for Ben.
I did not know that. That changes a lot of things I was thinking about. Okay, but anything else?
Yes, the symbols that I shared with you?
Mm-hmm. The ones for opening the portal?
Yes. I was thinking about when you and I and Lamar went to Ben's shop that time, and the emissary appeared and spoke with us. He didn't have to draw the symbols then.
That's right. So, do you think he was opening them on the behalf of someone else? Or what do you think?
I think so. To the one that it works for.
Oh.
I think perhaps, I don't know if it was a doorway it could come through, but at least it could listen and act if need be.
You don't think it manifested in the shop along with you and the emissary and everyone else?
I feel like I should have noticed that. But if it is sneaky, it could have done. Come through and then left when the symbols were wiped away.
Don't
know.
I don't either. I'm pretty sure, though, you would have noticed that would have been a major thing.
I feel like, yes, somebody or something just appearing in the middle of a conversation. Perhaps.
Okay. All right. These are great things to know. I'll have to make a note of that. That will change the direction of my research.
Well, so it has been helpful.
It has indeed. My friend that I've talked about,
yes.
I was thinking perhaps that she had been possessed by a demon, but apparently this is not the case, as she is kindred, undoubtedly.
Then it would not be a demon in that case.
No. Which is going to send me off on a completely different goose chase, I'm sure, but
what else? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to ask you, what else? Was there anything else you noticed?
Those were the only things that I noticed, but now I wonder what it is that could ride a kindred in such a manner.
I'm wondering that myself very much.
Mm.
I may have to go. I have some other associates in town that I could talk to that might have a better idea.
Perhaps they will know.
I hope so. This is a big mystery and something unexpected. I thought I had that part pinned down, and appears not.
Surprise?
Yes.
Though perhaps not a good surprise.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or perhaps it is, or not.
Well, I guess it remains to be seen.
Yes. If there is anything I can do to help you with your research, I hope you will ask.
I certainly will. I think you'll be very helpful. You have been already, believe me. So
I do try.
all right, thank you, Eleanor.
Of course.
And so, those two kindred make their separate ways, with Eleanor giving some information to Roscoe that he kind of needed. And now we're actually going to do a little bit of a time skip, not too far, but we're going to actually skip ahead to, well, Lamar had a meeting. Where did you arrange for this meeting to be there, Lamar?
Lamar would arrange the 8th Street bar where he's met Tariq previously. So Tariq knows where it is and where Lamar will be when he arrives.
And you got there early enough so that you could watch and keep an eye on things. It's actually a quiet night. I'm not going to say it's eerily quiet, but things have, for your own sake, the way you feel is it's the pause before a storm. Like all the various people up to no good have withdrawn, prepping for war, which you kind of would expect with the events that have been set in motion. You do notice that the number of homeless has increased noticeably.
On the south side?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was expecting that, so.
They are in force. But again, you expected this to manifest in this way. But as you're sitting there in the restaurant, Tariq kind of comes in and goes straight over to the usual seat, because you always end up with the same seat by the window where you can watch the street, but your back's still to a wall.
Yep.
He comes over, sits down. Hey, boss.
How's it going?
I mean, it's better since I'm not home right now. I mean, yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen, so I'm going to have to send you back into that a little bit, because I've got a little bit of a plan.
As long as I have a place, what's she going to do? Kick me out? I've already got some, As long as I got somewhere to be, it's not as bad. It's just stressful.
No, I get it, man. I get it. And like I said, I'm sorry it's going down for you like this, but what I have in mind will hopefully take care of all of it once and for all.
Okay, so what do you got?
So, family like yours with the things that have been done, there are usually records of that sort of thing. You are going to need to obtain a copy of those records for me so that I can impress upon your mother why she needs to just go ahead and let this go. Now, I told you, wouldn't hurt her.
Yeah, I know.
But like I said, I believe I have the ability to get her to calm down a little bit and see things from a different perspective. In order to do that, I need this information, and you're going to have to consider some places that maybe your grandmother might have put things. Some other members of your family might have hidden some things, but definitely you cannot let your mom know what you're doing.
I know what we're looking for. It's the balance book, she called it.
Okay.
It's where we balance what we're owed and who owes who.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where she puts it, but I'm sure I can find it.
All right. You do that, and you call me when you've got it.
Okay. I trust you, boss. I do. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. I saw Grandma with it quite a bit. She didn't go anywhere without it, but I don't know where Mom would have put it, but I have some ideas.
Okay. Take it slow. Take it slow. Do not do anything that's going to rouse suspicion or get you caught. You got anybody you can lean on in the house that's willing to help you and keep quiet, lean on them. But do what you need to do. Get it. Get safe. We'll go from there.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet if I keep an eye on Andre, he'll lead me right to it. She's always working with him. That's got to be the key point.
All right, good stuff. I'll let you work it from there. You're a smart man. I'm sure you will handle this and get back to me.
While we're here, boss, I don't know whether you're keeping up with everything on South Side, but shit's getting weird, man.
Yeah, I've heard some things. I'm looking around here.
There was a drive-by last night. Somebody shot 5 homeless in a drive-by. Homeless.
None of our guys, right?
No.
None of our guys out here. Okay.
You told me to pull back a bit. And so,
Good.
One of my people did it. And I know your man, he also said was pulling things back. But I mean, who does a drive-by on homeless? That's,
I don't know. And whoever it is, if they're willing to get down like that, we want no part of it.
yeah, at least we know the cops don't get involved. They don't give a shit when the homeless get shot down, but
yeah, just, if they want to get involved, let them be the heroes. We just watch, observe, and if you see them gathering on any corners we're on, move our boys off. Let them have the corner. It'll be ours again pretty quick.
yeah, you haven't been wrong yet, so we'll do what we got to do. It's just, that's some weird shit.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So no, just keep guys open.
You feel the streets out there right now? It's like chewing on tinfoil tonight.
Yeah, I feel like something's coming. And when I feel like that, that's when hey, stay in. Don't push.
I got you.
We'll ride out the storm.
I got you. It's going to cost us short term on the business, but it'll cost us more long term if we lose half our people or end up with the feds down on us because they're shooting each other and we're trying to sling on the side. It just gets complicated. So,
let the other organizations, if they want to play in this weather right now, let them. We'll come back out when the sun's out, so to speak.
Yeah. You always have things like that. Yeah. I just want to make sure the homeless, that's just weird. That
it is.
We generally leave them alone unless they disrupt business, but
right now, if they're gathering anywhere we are, pull back. Not worth making a point. Not worth trying to make a point or anything. Don't rough them up. Don't even tell them to leave. Just have the boys get back.
Tell them it's summer vacation. Gotcha.
Yep.
Time kick back, maybe play some Xbox or something and, relax a bit and guess we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah.
On the plus side,
my man,
once everybody gets locked up from gunning down homeless or shooting up the place, I guess we'll just be able to roll in behind them after everybody's gone and take over again.
Free money.
Yeah, I like free money. especially if I'm not the one getting shot.
Exactly. Hey, ask you something. You know Our Lady of Peace, the church, right?
Yeah. Grandma used to go there from time to time.
Was she fond of any of the priests there in particular?
Not that she told me, but Mom might have some. I get the impression that there was Mom wasn't going there for when she went for stand-up reasons. I think she had something on one of the priests there, and God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I think she was blackmailing one of them and pulling money out of their donation plates.
Oh, okay. You run across any more information on that, you get that to me.
I will.
As soon as possible.
It just struck me as kind of sacrilegious. It's a good way to go to hell. I know what we do isn't exactly, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal, but we try to leave the church alone at least. But from what Mom said, she started not giving a shit about the church as much after Grandpa died. So,
yeah, you know what? There's a good book. There's some little cliff notes in the corners that you can get around some of those supposed hard and fast rules. I'll tell you about them sometime. For now, yeah, let me know if that's going on, because that's another thing. I mean, priests don't usually go to the cops, but the same cops out here roughing us up are the same ones that go to church on Sunday and confess to it. And
that one would be easier to find out. That one I don't have to go to Mom about. I've got some boys with. One of my boys, his son's one of the choir boys, so he might be able to, poke around a bit and find out.
All right, cool. When you get that, you let me know.
Yeah, I'll find out for that to you. Because, it's one of them things I didn't want to really know about, but since we're trying to give you some leverage here, I guess that'd be useful too, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, that gives me something to do, at least keeps my mind off things.
Like I said, a little bit of a storm right now. There's some rain. We just ride it out, man. Ride it out, and I promise you it's going to get better.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, you've been right every other time. Might as well trust you this time too, right? So far, we've been making money. And really, that's the best part. Make money, get money, drink water. Yep. Got to die with fat stacks, or what was the point, right?
Right.
I got you.
All right, well, I'm going to head out because I need to be somewhere, but you got my number.
Yep, I got it, boss. And he actually gets up and walks out with you, but he just cuts down the opposite way from where you're walking. And as you're walking, you can tell exactly what he was talking about. It is definitely like chewing tinfoil. There's a charge in the air. And you know that charge. You've been around too long. There's a war brewing.
Yeah.
And off you go into the night. Now we have another scene, don't we? Jackie has finally gotten her call back. From Ballard. Well, his secretary.
His secretary, of course.
Yep. He's actually arranged for a dinner. Private room. Private dining room, actually, at the Four Seasons.
Oh. She will dress appropriate in a very nice, tasteful cocktail dress.
Okay.
And go over.
Okay. And when you arrive, of course, you tell the maitre d' that you're there for Mr. Ballard.
Mm-hmm.
And you're taken back to, it's not a very large private dining area. It's a smaller one, but it's definitely private. And as you come in, I'll pull up the picture. This is... To describe him as large would be a disservice to anyone who's
He's
large.
quite rotund.
No, I would go straight into corpulent.
Corpulent. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ballard he lived his life as a man of excess, and he hasn't exactly stopped being one after death. Got white hair, probably good 200, 250 pounds past what would have been healthy in life. And he actually has a whole bunch of food in front of him, which you're not quite sure because most of the kindred don't seem to be able to eat. But he is definitely one who is at least tasting his food and trying to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come in, he actually, beside him, he picks up his cigar and he pushes a plate of food. And cigar is just sitting there lit. He's eating and smoking. He is a man of excess for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jacqueline, that's what, I've heard you like Jackie from Friends, but we'll go with Jacqueline. We'll be official. Have a seat, sit down.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard.
You want a cigar?
You know what? I would love one.
And he actually reaches into his suit coat pocket and pulls out a little box like this, opens up, pulls out a cigar and hands it to you.
And I take it.
Okay. And then you see him pull out of another pocket the cigar cutter so you can snip the ends.
Mm-hmm. And I do.
And he hands you a flameless lighter, much like you're used to seeing.
Perfect. And I will light the cigar.
Good to see you have some taste there a bit. I was
Indeed.
intrigued why you wanted a message, you see, because I'm not aware we had any business dealings yet.
Well, we don't yet, but I believe we might after this night.
No, I'm always interested in business. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's my thing. So, what can Ballard Industries do for you?
Well, it seems that some of your interests and some of mine are tertiarily related.
I can see that. When you asked for the meeting, I did a little homework on you, and I understand where you're from. There seems you've started up a nice little escort business.
I have. There was a vacancy.
A little higher class than what I'm doing right now, but I can see it.
Mm-hmm. There was a need, and it wasn't being filled, so I filled it.
To be honest, I'd have probably already moved in on that one, but I've got some other ventures I've been having to pursue.
Indeed. Now, I will say that I in no way have tried to encroach on anything that you are doing. But, of course, those in that type of work do like to talk. And sometimes people end up on my doorstep looking for work.
I asked about that. Seems you may say you're not poaching, but let's put it on the table here. You do have a few of my girls. Well, former girls, you could say at this point, that moved over to you.
It's my understanding their pimp died.
Well, they die all the time, you see.
They are rather fragile, aren't they?
We call it breakage. Breakage
That's
happens. Apt. It seems that for the pimps, the managers, they break at about half the rate the girls do.
Mm-hmm.
Breakage is there.
And of course, not all of them that showed up on my doorstep did I hire. I do have my standards, considering I am doing elite entertainment. And I just wanted you to know that I did not realize their association until after I hired. And once I realized, I'm like, well, let me sit down and have a talk with Mr. Ballard, so that we do not continue to step on each other's toes.
So, we'll put it on the table. On this one, you realize you might be encroaching in my shit, and rather than have me squash you, you wanted to come talk about it because we're civilized.
Exactly.
See, I appreciate that kind of a thought process. That's good for business, for everyone involved.
Indeed.
Because, while squashing is easy, it costs money.
It does cost money. Especially when it's not as easy as you think.
Well, it's always easy. It's just a matter of how much I want to spend. But profits, loss. You don't.
I do
wanna lose
understand.
much.
I've been in business a very long time, Mr. Ballard.
No, I've heard. So, I assume you have a proposal you'd want to.
I
Go
do.
with.
I would like to ensure that those who work for me are not harassed by any of your people. I will not go poaching your people. But what do you think that should cost me to ensure that your people do not
Now,
harass my people?
I don't have 100% control over all my people. You got to understand, there's an organization. There's middle managers. There's junior executives.
Oh, I understand.
All those in between. And sometimes messages get crossed. But
What would ensure that they are very well understood?
well, I mean, since we're talking competing business, granted, you don't really take mine directly, but it does impact my bottom line. 10%?
I'm going to roll for this.
Okay.
I'm going to negotiate him down.
Okay, and I will roll for him.
Okay.
You get to roll what? What do you wish to roll?
I am going to roll composure because I'm not going to lose my shit at the insulting offer he just gave me.
Okay.
And persuasion.
Okay.
And I'm going to rouse for a surge on that.
He's rolling manipulation and persuasion. Against
And
you.
I'm going to try to get him down to no more than 5. And we are going to willpower. Probably did not work.
You have 4. 4 is not bad.
Considering I believe that you and I will both be in business in this city for many years to come, perhaps we could negotiate it down a little bit.
Well, see, the thing is on this one here is we may be having things to come for a long time, but businesses like these pop up, go away, new people come in, you lose merchandise. And with the breakage rate I have, the big problem is that, well, poaching off the top or even losing, not poaching, but even having a rumor come around that there's a better option really cuts into the business.
I can appreciate that.
I'm afraid I couldn't really afford to settle this for less than 8%.
$7.5 gross annually.
Gross. Now see, I like the gross part. That helps out.
I will give you the gross for 7.5 on profits.
Well, no, see, gross profits is net. Gross is off total income. I'll go 7.5 on gross.
That is fine.
And I'll even, because that's a big difference, gross and net.
It is a big difference, gross and net. But you're
Oh.
wanting 10%.
I'll even throw you a boon with that.
Oh, would you?
A minor one. 7.5 off the gross.
Indeed.
And a minor boon.
Mm-hmm.
And we can have a deal.
Good. Have your secretary contact my organization with the information for routing.
Of course. Of course. See, I like when we can have a pleasant dinner and we can have a pleasant conversation and it not get down to, well, like a brouhaha.
Please. I am nothing like that at all.
No, I've heard you're not, you see. I like a good dinner, though it doesn't taste the same.
I actually take the fork from my side, take a bite.
It's a very nice, rare filet mignon he's got in front of him. It doesn't taste like it used to.
It could use a little more seasoning.
Don't tell that to the chefs here. They get real mad when you give them advice. I'm just letting you know. Of course, I could always just buy them.
Well, thank you for inviting me for dinner.
Well, while you're here,
Hmm.
we have another subject to talk about now that this part's done.
Oh, what would you like to discuss with me?
My man Lasky.
I'm familiar with him.
Mm-hmm. He seems to have a beef with your friend.
Indeed.
Now, he's been helpful for a while. But I've had a bit of a talk with him. As long as it keeps it minor, we won't go to war.
That would be appreciated, because war is not good for business.
That's right. You understand where I'm coming from.
I do.
I would tell him to not bother. But you understand, sometimes the best way to handle your ghouls is to let them play a little.
I understand. I understand the situation.
Make sure your boy keeps it in check, and I won't notice.
Understood.
And if my boy gets a little too out of line, let me know.
I absolutely will.
Bad for business.
Exactly. Perhaps we will see each other again one evening.
Or perhaps. We will have to see, won't we?
We will.
Well, actually, you've been going to Elysia lately. I'm sure I'll see you there.
It will be a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Ballard.
It'd be a pleasure to actually know you and have spoken to you finally.
Thank you. And with that, she will excuse herself and leave.
Okay. And he doesn't get up when you go to leave because it's an undertaking for him to raise his bulk out of the chair. But Jackie leaves with a Cuban cigar in her hand as she goes. Now we're flashing, same night. Believe there was a gathering. Sam and Roscoe, do you bring Lamar? Do you ask Lamar to meet you too? Is it where the men are meeting up? Where?
Nondescript parking garage somewhere in the domain.
Okay. There's one across from Steakhouse, Sylvester's.
Good enough. And I'll find a spot that's not covered by cameras.
Several of those conveniently marked personal parking and VIP parking, odd enough. Reserved spots.
All right, boys, how we doing?
Good. But what are we doing here again?
Oh. Remember a couple nights ago, almost getting T-boned?
Yeah, with a whole bunch of grenades in the trunk.
Hey, almost counts in hand grenades, so we're good.
But yeah, I remember. What's up? You guys, you checking on those people or?
Well, you know, once my man Bosco over here does his thing, we're gonna have a trail to follow. And I was wondering if you wanted to take part in some crime.
Wait. You're asking me if I want to be part of a crime?
Yeah.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Do I look to you like someone who enjoys breaking the law? Stop right there. I know what you're going to say. And yeah, I'm down for that shit. Let's go.
I thought so.
So, are you heading out or are you going to first look for a vehicle here in the same garage? There's an interesting question because I know you're not planning to take yours.
You don't shit where you eat.
I'm just checking. I assume competence, but I also like to lay the traps, and we'll see if you. Yeah.
Nice try, Bill.
I know. I try. I have to try once in a while.
No, we'll go out and about and
go to one of the racks.
Yeah,
Several racks.
We'll go find something that's nondescript Toyota Camry style or Honda Civic, Honda Accord.
Okay, let me roll to see if you can find one. Yeah, you found one. Because they're not hard to find.
Yeah.
Get one. You've actually find one about 10 years old. Older car.
Now, is this something I can take half on and be successful, or do I have to roll?
No, you don't have to roll for that.
Okay.
I'm going to assume, given your stats and your all of your background, at least one of the three of you, if not multiples, can hotwire this car and get it going.
Yeah. All right, Bosco.
Yes, sir.
You ready to do that voodoo that you do so well?
Sure, man. What you want me to do?
You remember that cat Lasky? You remember his face, right?
Yeah, I remember the picture that Jackie had.
Wait, are we going looking for Lasky?
Yeah, are we looking for him?
I'm looking for where he goes, where he's been, where he likes to frequent.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think we should go.
Oh, I'm not pulling the pin on that grenade quite yet.
Okay, because I don't want to do that and then have, Jackie find out the wrong.
No, we're just doing a reconnoiter here.
All right. So we figure out where he goes or find someone, figure out someone who's gonna talk about him. Then we take that information back to everybody, or what?
We can, once we have information, we'll present it to the fucking brain trust and see where we go from there.
All right. Let's get this party on the road then.
So, for Roscoe, you are going to roll starting off. You need to do a sorcery test. So first you're going to have to rouse your blood.
Okay.
And then you have to roll intelligence plus blood sorcery. Don't forget to include your...
I just did.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Bosco!
Roscoe has rolled on 7 dice, 8 successes. Quite impressive.
With a crit.
I'm not even like, I saw your face and I'm like, oh, is he in pain? And then
And you need to roll 1 extra die still. Your power bonus for your blood potency wasn't even included in that.
Oh, let it be another.
You can just grab the black die from the bottom and just drop it right on the chat.
Yeah.
Nope, 8. So the difficulty was 3 for that ritual. So you have a 5 margin. That's pretty fucking impressive, actually.
That's a difficulty to 1.
And you made your rouse check, which is nice. So now we get to do your other one. The difficulty is definitely 1. So what you do is you pull out a ribbon, and you take this ribbon and you soak it in blood. Then you light it on fire. Now, I'm nice. I don't make you Ross Shrek just to light this ribbon on fire.
Thank you.
I could, but I won't. Then as it burns, you actually see the ribbon catch fire and burn up, which tells you that it was successful for this part. Now you can roll intelligence plus survival, and your difficulty is literally 1. So intelligence plus survival. You
Plus
cannot
1.
add your, no, you don't get to add your blood potency for this one.
No, I was going to ask my tracking specialty.
You know what? I will let you use the specialty on that one.
Because that's what it's for.
Yep. Wow. This is Roscoe's night, everybody. He got 7 successes.
Seriously, take your curse back. I'm tired of rolling like crap.
Yes.
I gotta support my man Sam, man. I cannot let him down.
So you know the ritual works. Now you have to find a location where he's been in the past 24 hours
Okay. Well, guys.
Because anywhere he's been in the last 24 hours, if you can cross the path, you will find the path and be able to trace it to where he's going.
All right. Well, guys, I need to find out where he's been in the last 24 hours so I can pick up the trail.
Well,
any ideas?
He's Ballard Industries.
Yeah, we know where
Okay.
we know that that truck belongs to that building, so let's head on that way. And I will make a surreptitious route to get there.
Wits awareness. Need your wits awareness. Driving this Toyota Camry.
Driving the speed limit specifically.
I always assume the players are driving the speed limit unless the players say otherwise. Because why would a kindred be speeding around?
Yeah, that'll do.
This is the night of dice rolls for everybody but Jackie.
All right.
That's a crit too.
5 from Sam on a critical success for his wits awareness. I think that is literally the best Urian has ever rolled in any vampire game.
I think
in a back-to-back roll.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, absolutely.
Or sorry,
that.
any game that he's played with the McStabbers.
Any game.
Is he going to tempt the fate by rolling wits awareness, or is he like, nope, we'll just let it ride?
I'll try it. Let's see. Yeah, I'll let it go at 3.
Okay. Well, Sam's got a 5. It's a nice number. It's up to Lamar if he wants to roll, but 5 is a pretty good number. And you don't think you're seeing any there? Nothing suspicious. You don't seem to be followed. And so you head over towards Ballard Industries. And let me double check our map. I want to make sure I'm going to give you the right directions from this because I don't want it to screw up. I'm pretty sure I know where we're going now. I know it's marked on the map.
No, you've never marked.
Ballard Industries. There it is right there.
You haven't marked the other one, I don't think.
No, but I've marked where Ballard Industries is. That's what I thought. Right there in the Ventura domain. The main headquarters. It's not far from the headquarters. And as you get close to it, you actually see a trail, Roscoe. You see a glowing yellow line.
Okay. All right, guys. I see it. I see the trail.
And it appears to be heading, coming from the building, it's heading down east, right on East Jackson Street. Or East Jackson Drive, sorry. Right down the main drive.
All right, man. You tell me where you want me to go, and that's where I'll drive.
Head down East Jackson.
And it actually cuts all the way down. You follow it all the way down till it gets to the end.
Yeah, going down to the end.
Yep, going down to the end of the road, and you hang a left up, what is it, St. Louis or South Lake Shore Drive. There you go.
Okay.
Right up the main thoroughfare.
Hang a left at...
And I know, knowing these roads like I know them, this is easy peasy.
Oh, yeah. You actually follow it on up, cross the bridge. Line's going straight. It's going right to a location, doesn't deviate. Taken straight up the road. Now, the line started this night at the Ballard Industry building. So you know he's been there for at least since this time last night. But as it cuts across the bridge, it gets all the way up to actually a building that's right there near the water.
You see that building over there by the water?
You see where you see a line that goes all the way to the parking lot, and then the line goes from a pickup truck in the parking lot straight into a building.
Does that parking lot or that pickup over there look familiar to you? That's where the driving trail ends, and then looks like he walks into the building from there.
And Lamar see what kind of building it is?
Oh, yeah.
Or?
It's a club of some kind. All the windows are blacked out. It's got a small neon sign. It's a very Nondescript for a club. But you've seen this type before. That means it's a very VIP and exclusive club. The sign actually says Blue Velvet.
Hey, ain't that place that Jackie's been talking about?
That she hadn't been able to get into. Yeah.
And this fuckstick goes here?
Yeah, looks like.
Ah.
Penny in the air. I'd like to catch it. Is this some kind of place?
There's a guy out front that you can see. You've all pulled off the main road there because it's kind of busy to be there, but there's multiple places you can park, pull up on the street side and just shut the car off like you're not at the club. But you can see there's a doorman wearing a suit, very large guy, blonde hair. It looks like he might have been a linebacker at some point. And every time somebody comes to the door, he actually looks at a clipboard and either sends them away or lets them in. One of the two. And the trail went right in the front door.
Okay. No, like pausing or like he would have to shift back and forth on 2 feet while he waits to be let in, or
nope. He just stands there.
Okay. What the people we see going in? How are they dressed? What kind of?
It's actually an odd collection. Some are suits. Some are wearing a lot more casual clothes. Nobody is wearing club attire for sure. None. And I'm going to look to see here. Let me see. I want to roll a die real quick to see if there's anybody you recognize that you can see going in the door, because there's a chance. Actually, while you're watching, you do see somebody you recognize head into the building. Alan Sovereign walked up to the door, and the guy didn't even glance at the clipboard. He just opened the door and let him in. And all of you recognize Alan. He's hard not to miss.
So...
Not to miss?
He's hard not to miss. Yeah, it's hard not to miss. Yeah.
Sorry, I have to pay attention to every word you say, Shanky.
I know.
So, Lasky can walk into this place. Sovereign comes here.
Remember when I told you Lasky's about as made as it gets?
Yep.
I mean, hell, Kevin Jackson himself could be in there, but even if he's not, his number 2 gets in there pretty easily. And
no, I think that's the definition of easily. I don't think pretty factors into it at all.
You know, Lamar, you mentioned that you can roll streetwise and wits and streetwise. Use your gang specialty.
Sweet. All right, I'm going to throw these first 5 and I'll throw the next 5.
Okay.
And the next 3.
Five? That's enough. You do see some gang colors you recognize not far from the building. Not large groups, 1s or 2s, but they're all definitely marked. There's a couple Bloods in the area, in a section of town they're normally not. Now, you know the history of Kevin Jackson on that one. That's his gang in Chicago.
Guys, quick rundown on the streets around here, and you might know this, Sam, but guys over there with those garish cars that they're driving, those are Bloods. Bloods gang members. Kevin Jackson, from what I understand, has Bloods on his payroll. Same way that I kind of have some dudes from the South Side on mine. I'm willing to bet they wouldn't be here if Jackson wasn't inside somewhere. Which means that's Sovereign Jackson and Ballard's chuckle monkey in there. So I don't know if this is the get together for Ventrue scumbags, but we might want to take this on back to Jackie.
Sam visibly bites his knuckles. There's something strange afoot in the blue velvet tonight.
And storyteller, this club is it by the water? Like,
it's overlooking. They can see the water. Now, nobody would be able to see it from in the club because all the windows, they're not just darkened. They are blacked out. You cannot see a lick of things in the club. It's definitely a nice piece of property, but it's also not a piece of property anyone is able to enjoy from the inside.
Do we have line of sight on fucking Lasky's pickup?
Yeah, I'll let you say you can see the pickup.
You both can see Sam kind of mulling something over in his head.
What do you think? What are you thinking, Sam?
If you're gonna tear the door off the car, let me know so I can get out first and start.
No, I've got this lovely little suppressed 22, and I could just, it'd be a mosquito bite, but it would give me some satisfaction. But no, I'll be good.
Because that sounds great, and I'd like to say yes, but those guys over there, they're strapped. I'm not even going to pretend that I don't think that they're strapped. They're strapped, and they might just shoot back because they have.
No, I'm talking about waiting for Lasky to come out and just fucking make him duck. But tit for tat. But eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. So let's.
Yeah.
What do you guys know what they do in there? Why? No. You say Jackson might be in there. You say Sovereign might be in there, Sovereign is in there. Why? What is this place?
I have no idea.
Some place
Jackie's
where
talked about it.
Yeah, Jackie's talked about it.
We've been here for 5 minutes. It's time to friggin'.
So, was there something you wanted to do with the truck?
There's a lot I want to do with that truck. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my bag of goodies with me.
GPS locator.
I didn't bring my bag of goodies with me, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is just a simple recce.
You know what? Not even there's no grenades in here left. Come on.
I have grenades on me, of course. It's me. All right, now let's get out of here before somebody. What's up? Can I start driving? Because we've been lingering for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Say,
unless you got
slash his tires.
Nah. I want him to think he can go about his business without eyes on him. We know. We know where he starts his evenings. We know he makes a stop here at some point. This is building the chain, buddy. Building the chain.
Mm-hmm. I do know. Oh, sorry, Lamar.
No, you go ahead.
I do know that from where we picked up the trail, that he just started this this night at Ballard. So we've got the rest of the day and night to watch where he goes before I lose the track.
You guys feeling froggy, or do you guys need to get something done?
My business is done for the night.
Yeah, I can hang.
All right.
So the question is, are you all going to just watch the place, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I reckon we can friggin' change position somewhere where Roscoe can see the trail once it starts to leave, and then we can just follow the trail.
Now, knowing what time it is now, and Lamar had a meeting earlier this night, technically you could wait until tomorrow and come here earlier in the evening, and Roscoe would have a trail all the way up until 24 hours from when he did his ritual. So if you came here at the beginning of the night, you would see where the trail left the building, because you have 24 hours from when he did the ritual. Actually, with that success amount, I will even allow for it to last a bit longer, because I hate that the power has a exact duration. Drives me nuts. It doesn't take into account that kind of roll.
So, it was a really good roll, man.
It would last longer than 24, not 48 hours, because that's a critical, but it will last more than 24. So you could pick up this trail early in the evening the next night and follow from there.
And I assume Roscoe communicates that to us.
Yes, I will.
Well, yeah, I don't like lingering, and I don't want to risk Jackson or Sovereign thinking we're on their tail at all or mucking about in their business. I ain't bringing that kind of heat down on y'all.
No, so we pick it up tomorrow night, and then we see if he goes anywhere else that's maybe a little softer of a target that we can look at.
Mm-hmm. We need to find out what the hell this club is, because that's some fucking honchos going in there.
Only way we're getting in here is if Jackie brings us, and that. So
I ain't even trying to go in there, man. I'm trying to figure out what the hell goes on in there.
Well, we should probably at least let her know anyway. That way, we get everybody in the loop.
Yeah. Tomorrow night we'll figure out all the places he's been, and then we'll meet up with Jackie later on.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So you pull off?
Yeah.
I assume you're driving while you're having this talk now.
Yeah, and I want to ask Lamar something. Hey, Lamar, how many soldiers you got? Rough and tumble street soldiers, even.
Got a good number, but I am keeping them I'm keeping them downwind right now because of what's going on the south side. What do you think?
This pertains to the south side. When, not if, when things really blow up down there, that plan I talked about securing avenues of approach and key terrain and stuff like that coming into our domain. You think they can be deployed to hold key intersections and stuff like that against incursion?
Well, I mean, they're not military, but they can get the job done in a pinch.
Hey, I'll take just eyes. Forewarned is forearmed.
Yeah, I got some good scouts.
Yeah, as long as we got observation, we can work with that. And I mean, like I said, the club is the final castle. That's where we make our stand, and we even have a way out of there. So, like I said, I got a map I'm gonna lay out at the next meeting. You can decide where you want to deploy your forces. All right, let's put this car back.
That's some considerate thieves.
No, it keeps this car being stolen off the police blotters.
Yeah, one less thing for Jackie to have to fix.
Hell, I'll even gas it up.
They're going to have to replace their ignition, but they got a full tank of gas in the process. That's pretty interesting.
You don't have to replace the ignition.
How did you hotwire it? You're just going to retie the wires and okay. I mean, you can.
Yeah, we'll put it back. And
and I'm assuming competence, everyone was wearing gloves, all that good shit, because I assume competence on that.
Mm-hmm.
No fingerprints. And I think this right here at the end of this particular group of activities is where we're going to go to break. Because it's a perfect ending of a scene. It's right at a good time. So we're going to go to break, everybody, and we will see you in 10 minutes. Please enjoy.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? she really? Who is she really? Blood Countess. Who is she really? Je peux pas and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me, and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. Shut me up and told a story of a bitch called Bathory. Let's sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul, you don't have to hide. To burrow within, to you burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, we had a rather interesting time with this group of kindred. And we're actually going to pick up a night or two later, just a handful of time, where Eleanor actually is visiting Jackie in her haven.
Mm-hmm.
And I will actually turn this over to Jackie and Eleanor.
Eleanor, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Jackie. You're looking well.
Thank you. Thank you. I know we're supposed to be meeting a little bit later, but you wanted to stop by?
Yes, because I have something to return to you.
Oh,
And I reach into my bag and I pull out the journal
oh.
that you lent.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. It actually took so long for me to return it because I read it twice.
It is a favorite of mine.
It was very good.
Thank you. Come to my study while I put it
Oh.
away.
Oh, of course.
And Jackie will take her to her study. It is off the main area of her penthouse apartment. And inside, it's basically almost like a library. There is a wall that's a bookcase with a built-in desk there, a small desk, that's filled with various books, literature, poetry, even some books on art, things like that. And you see a shelf or two of journals. And she places it in an empty spot in the journal area. But on the other walls, you see it's actually like an art gallery. And there are paintings lining all the walls that are exposed that you can tell are done by the same artist.
Do you know? I don't think I've seen all of your artworks.
These are just my favorites. I actually have quite a few in storage.
Oh.
But it's something I invest in. It's also something that those who know me well do give as gifts as well. But these are all by the gentleman you read about in the journal.
They are?
Indeed.
Oh, well, he was quite good, wasn't he?
He was.
May I have a closer look?
Absolutely. And I will take her over to one that is of a little boy. And I will tell her, this one was our son.
Oh. I kind of lean a little closer.
All of these were his personal collection, not ones ever displayed or sold. They are of moments of our lives together.
No wonder they're your favorites. He's beautiful.
Thank you. And I walk her over to another one that shows the same boy, obviously, but grown into nearly a man. Looks like a late teen. One of the last ones.
He's quite handsome.
That is my Henri.
Henri. That's a good name.
Thank you. And this, and I walk her over to one that is obviously Jackie, but the period is way off from modern times. Coming out of a bath with her hair pinned up and a towel spread out. She looks like Venus coming out of the ocean, but she's stepping out of a bath. This was the last one he ever made.
The last one?
Mm-hmm. He was older than me.
I see.
Passed. Right after finishing this one.
Oh. I'm so sorry that it was, well, that there was ending at all.
All love stories end, darling.
Yes.
Sometimes with a funeral. Other times with disappointment. Or ashes and blood tears.
Yes. I suppose they must. Somehow.
Always.
I can tell he really loved you.
We loved each other. He was my artist and I was his muse.
I see that. You were both very lucky.
We were. What did you wish to talk to me about, darling?
Oh. Well, after you have showed me all of this, it hardly matters.
Come, sit, and there are comfortable chairs in the room.
I go and take a seat. I've been thinking about after our last conversation. And after everything. You're very astute, Jackie, and you know many things. And there's much that I have not told you of myself. It is our way, of course.
Of course. We all must keep secrets.
Indeed, as with your journal and your artworks, I have learned something this night of you that I did not know before. And she kind of glances over at the portrait of Henri. I hardly know how to speak of this.
Take your time, and if you find you do not have words, it is fine. It can wait until you do.
It is only... It will look too much transactional now, but when I was very small, and I know you know this, I always saw things and heard things, and when I was very small, I had a favorite doll. And, well, little girls will be little girls with their dolls, won't they?
Of course.
And this doll was stolen by one of the help at the house. And it was, well, I don't think that the punishment fit the crime. But it was after I had my dolly back that she began to talk to me.
Oh.
And she would tell me secrets and share things. And then it was not long after that that I began to have actual visions.
Oh.
And as it touches upon what I told you of the hole in my memory,
Mm-hmm.
My mother was pregnant. She was going to have another baby. And I saw a vision. It was terrible. It was blood and death. I was so scared. I told her.
I take your hand as you're talking.
And I squeeze your hand like death-like grip. And I told my mother and I told my father, and they would not listen to me. No one would listen to me. I was sent to bed many times without supper for saying such terrible things.
Oh, darling.
But I knew it would be true. And then it was. It was true.
But your memory that you have now.
The memory is not that vision. The memory is in that room. And I never was. They put me away. They put me away while the doctor was there. And the memory is in that room.
Is the point of view the doctor?
It must be.
Oh, darling.
And if that is true,
You know what that means.
it wasn't my fault.
No, it wasn't. Darling, it was never your fault.
Why?
You did not start having visions until after your doll started talking to you. What voice did your doll use?
It's my sire's voice.
Because that faces may change, but the voice never does.
What never changes.
Darling, I am sorry. Your sire is a monster. He took a child, ghouled it, and turned her into a tool. I am sorry, darling.
I hardly know what to do. I'm so angry.
And I grip your hand tight. Learn from that anger. I will help you get your justice.
Thank you, Jackie.
Of course. Of course.
You really are the only one I really trust.
Then I fear there is something I must tell you about me. So that you know you can trust me.
But I already do know.
You already know what?
That I can trust you. These
I
long
report
years.
to your clan's Justicar.
You what?
I do.
My clan?
Mm-hmm.
That is a surprise.
I have worked with multiple Malkavians. I know that not all of you are crazy, and you are not.
Oh, it explains so much. The pieces come together a little.
I do work. For just a copper. I keep my eyes and ears open for things that level would be wanting to know.
You are perfect for that.
It must not leave this room.
No. 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 Stitch it shut. Shall not. It is a grave secret.
But there you have it, darling.
I understand.
That is my truth. And I am doing it in secret.
Of course.
And I trust you, as you trust me.
I give your hand a squeeze. My grip has loosened a little bit in this part of the conversation, but I give your hand a squeeze and then lift it and kiss the back. Thank you for trusting me.
Of course. I truly see, I do not have your gift for visions, but I truly see you and I being a team for a very long time.
Oh, I hope that is so. There's now so much that I can do that would be better turned to helping you in your work.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, she takes out her black silk handkerchief and cleans up your face. Do you need a moment more, or shall we go?
And Eleanor kind of straightens up a little in her best Jackie imitation, gathering herself and marshaling her feelings. I think I'll be all right.
Excellent. You are doing a good job.
Table check.
Okay.
Thank you. So, you are heading to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Where Lamar, Roscoe, and Sam are already gathered. And I will turn the scene over to the players. One thing, as you're coming through the club, let me see who heard this bit. Jackie.
Oh.
You heard a brief mention as you're coming through the club. Seems to be a bit of a buzz through the club tonight about some sort of wild animal attack on the east side of town.
East side of town, what does that...
East side of Chicago.
Yeah, but what does that trigger for me?
I mean, technically that's towards the Anarch area, even though it's not quite east, it's more south, but they call it east side. It's on the outskirts.
A wild animal attack, interesting. Okay, thank you.
Sam's actually up on the... Sorry. Good shit, y'all. Sam's actually up on the roof.
Lamar will be sitting at a table in the conference room. Just he'll be sitting at the table in the conference room and kind of sitting with his thoughts unless Roscoe is talking to him. Otherwise, he's just gonna chill quietly and wait for people to arrive.
Yeah, and Sam, since you're on the roof, you actually see when Jackie's vehicle pulls up. Michael was already at the club because he assumed that Eleanor was going to be taken to the club by Jackie, but he wanted to be waiting to take Eleanor home afterwards. So Michael has been sitting at his vehicle, pointedly avoiding the bar area.
Good. You have done so well with him, darling.
It has taken a little bit of work.
I notice he is trying to imitate Etienne a bit.
He is. I noticed, and I very much more subtly than I will tell you now, but I kind of indicated that it would be good to emulate Etienne.
It is good to do so. Well,
he's doing his best.
I'm sure he's doing very well for you.
Oh,
His attention to detail is magnificent.
Absolutely. And he's organized my shelves.
Has he?
He has.
Watch out, next thing he'll be doing is cleaning your apartment.
That would be a lot of work. At least he hasn't tried to organize my closet, but it should be pretty easy. It's mostly black.
You know, it goes with everything.
It does. It's a very safe color.
It is, indeed. And we arrive at the conference room.
And you enter the conference room to find everybody except Sam, unless Sam is coming down after seeing Etienne's, or Jackie's vehicle pull up with Etienne driving, of course.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jackie. Lamar and I just sitting here talking about our exploits of the night.
Good evening, and yeah.
Exploits?
Now, you guys are going to want to hear this.
Yes, you will. So, do you see Sam out in the regular, or is he up top?
He must be up top. I didn't see him.
All right, I'll text him to say that you're here. Everybody's here.
Okay.
Upon receiving that text, Sam will stand up and head downstairs.
And you arrive to find the coterie in the conference room.
Yeah, Jackie, just to let you know what we've been up to tonight.
Tonight?
It probably would have been last night at this point.
Well, last night.
Yeah,
last night.
I think, that sounds right for timing.
Okay. We were out looking after one of Sam's friends. Though friend is a loose description.
Oh, Lasky.
Yes. We followed him around for a bit. I trailed him. He had quite an interesting itinerary over the course of the night. Thought you'd be interested.
Oh?
We tracked him from Ballard Industries. He went over to Blue Velvet for a while.
Makes sense.
And we didn't attempt to go in. It seemed like a pretty exclusive place.
It is very exclusive.
Yeah, Sovereign can just walk right in.
Oh, of course he can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Sovereign, the Prince, Ballard, maybe even Melina could, for certain.
But yeah, Sovereign and Jackson were definitely there around the time Lasky was. So
I know of a few others that go there as well.
And then where'd he go after that? Roscoe?
We went up to Red Number 5 after that. Apparently with other business to take care of. Like I said, he was very busy all night. Then he went to a Luke's, to the gallery. After that, then you guys remember the name of the other? I can't pronounce it.
Club Mama Wald Day? Mama Wald? I think that's right. What it was called. Yeah. Hit all those places.
Yeah, he was busy.
And yeah, so I mean, we knew the scumbag was connected, but he seems to have ends pretty much either everywhere that we've been or everywhere we want to be, everywhere you'd like to be, Jackie. So I thought you might want to know that.
No, I know what his in is.
Do you? Okay.
I have recently received confirmation that if you have certain tastes, the blue velvet can satisfy them.
When you say taste, like, are we talking you just...
Like picky eating like Ventru.
Oh, you mean like not just chocolate, but...
Blood.
Yeah.
So he is going to Blue Velvet and other places where kindred pursue nightlife, and to that fucking Setite's gallery. You know, I'll let y'all in on a little fucking secret. When I decided to embrace my child, I decided to coach her a bit. Make her resistant to corruption, because I knew Aluk, being Setite, would like to take a young Ventru and try to corrupt them. And then she positioned herself with Aluk and Alexa for a time. Learned some information for me. Those two enjoy violent delights. From what she has told me, Aluk basically has Alexa destroy their toys for his own satisfaction.
So they get their kicks off of hurting people.
And it appears Lasky is providing.
Yeah, that would check out. That's just about the level of scumbag this guy sounds like.
I met with Ballard, as you know, the other night.
Yeah, I remember.
How did that go?
Oh, just fine. I worked a deal. I pay basically protection money, but I negotiated down from what he wanted. And got a boon out of it, too. But I will say, Sam, he knows Lasky has it out for you. And he has advised him to keep it low-key. Because he does not wish to start war with another Ventru in this city. Because as he said, war is bad for business.
That's funny. In my experience, war is great for business.
Depends on what business you're in.
That. So this guy's moving around, supplying all these different people in the city.
He does trafficking, of course. Not everyone is fit for street work.
What exactly do they do at Blue Velvet?
I am working on getting access there because I believe they are not only procuring kine to drink, I think they are also procuring neonates to drink.
That would be some high key bullshit. Like,
you get old enough,
Neonates are
Lamar, you have to
fledglings.
drink Kindred.
yeah, I'm worried about that.
Neonates are fledglings. There is a distinction.
Neonates presented. I asked the Anarch Baron if they were missing any young ones from their ranks, and they were not.
Tell me about Red Number 5.
Run by Bennett Stedman. At least, for all intents and purposes, it seems to be. Who may be actually running it behind the scenes, I do not know yet. It is a nightclub. It's a place that is known for being a place where kindred can talk business if they need to. There's a lounge there for that purpose. And it is a place that promotes minority acts. So, we've been there once. It is known as an Elysia.
Caters to a younger crowd.
Caters to a younger crowd.
Put that in perspective for me. Younger.
Younger as in younger people. Diverse people. And also kindred of... It seems just about any kindred can come in. But you get, as people, you get preferential treatment based on appearances.
What about this Alec Romas D?
Aluk Romas de Leon.
Yeah, that fucking guy.
Yeah, that is the Setite that I have a personal beef with. Lover of Alexa Santos, he claims to be an art dealer.
Roll that back a second.
Yes.
Lover of whom?
Alexa Santos.
You know, Jackson's right-hand attack bitch.
Yeah.
The one that likes to kill a lot.
Mm-hmm. The one I have sick the Anarchs on now. Oh, and by the way, I heard there was some wild animal attack east side? Possibly near Anarchtov?
Huh, that's... could be anything, but... this rate.
And what about this house, Mama Wally?
I do not know enough about that yet. I've never been there. Haven't looked into it. I know it's a drag club. Burlesque and drag shows.
I'm beyond the roof.
Hey, Sam,
walks
before you,
out.
before you go, got something for you. And I slide over coin on the table to you. Keep this in your pocket. It'll let you know when kindred come in our club. Kindred other than us.
Sam will take the coin, put it in his pocket, go up to the roof without another word.
Okay. I'll leave the rest of the coterie while Sam's on the roof.
So Jackie, let's play this out a little bit.
Sure.
Let's say we figure out what's going on. Let's say we get some concrete links here and we figure out what's happened to those these neonates, and it does have something to do with Blue Velvet and everything. What can we even do about that if Jackson is in on it? I mean, that's punching real high above our weight class, and there'll be blowback.
I know the woman who runs the Blue Velvet. I know her name and what she looks like. There are avenues I can take to ensure that certain individuals are made aware. You've seen who I sometimes associate with.
Yes, I have. And and that's good. I just know that
it would not be something we take care of personally, at least not that I'm aware of.
And it can't be traced back to you, right?
Exactly.
All right, good shit.
I will have to go in as a patron for some time. Make it not suspicious. If I report it right away, that's suspicious. Right. But I'm working on it now that I've worked out the deal with Ballard. That should probably make a few heads turn my way. Get me in the door.
This thing with Lasky is eating Sam up. I mean, we can all see it. I don't think he's not gonna do anything. I trust him that far.
I've told Sam to basically respond in kind. To keep it low level. As long as Lasky keeps it low level, keep it low level. And Ballard agrees for Lasky to keep it low level. Ballard does not give a shit if his ghoul wants to fuck around with a Bruja. I can't grab Ballard by the balls and make him yield on that. I'm not even sure I could find his balls. Jesus Christ, he's as big as a house.
Oh, that, yeah, I could have gone rest of my existence out trying to...
And I had to have dinner with that. You are so welcome for the work I do for this coterie.
I am so sorry, Jackie.
Now, part of it, of course, was for my own business, but also I'm glad that Lasky came up because I needed to suss out what his stance was on that situation. But...
Meanwhile, so this thing with a Luke...
Yes.
You put the Anarchs onto Alexa. I mean...
No, I put them on a Luke.
You put them on a Luke. He comes up, I mean, he disappears, and I mean, nothing of value was lost.
Exactly.
It just, Alexa's already a special brand of not all there in the first place.
And then if she loses her fucking shit, the prince takes off her head.
Yeah, the collateral damage that happens in the meantime could be a problem.
You know what? Yeah. As long as it's not us, I really wish I could give a shit.
And that's the I don't want her to come crying on Roscoe's shoulder or Sam's shoulder.
Well, hopefully Anarchs know how to clean up their fucking messes so that when she asks Roscoe to go track him, he may lead her somewhere that there's nothing there.
I like it.
Let's hope they are competent. I mean, if they survived Lupine Wars and such like that, perhaps they are. Storytellers rolling secret stuff makes me scared and paranoid. But really, I mean, the simple truth is that I believe the Baron will know I did her favor. I listened, and I did a favor. I believe it will work. I have to. And if it doesn't, I'll find some other way to kill that fucking snake.
Wonder if when it's all said and done, if he's even going to go, you know what? Shouldn't have pissed off Jackie.
No, knowing him and his temper, he'll try to retaliate. And that's going to go poorly for him.
I like it. I mean, personally, I think he's a major league douche, but
So
takes his girlfriend with him to hell. That'll be great too.
that would be fantastic. I can't ask for, miracles though. So, anything else for this evening?
I'm good.
No, that I think that pretty much covered it.
Eleanor,
As storyteller,
as you're sitting there listening to this conversation, your vision loses focus. And you feel your blood pulling to you as the vision comes on you. This is not one being forced. There's no pain. But it's one of your normal, for you at least, premonitions. And you see a large creature. Very large, 4 legs. Eyes red as fire. Almost, the best description would be a hellhound from the movies. Except this particular hellhound has jeweled fangs in its mouth. And you see it setting upon a horse. And as it sits on this horse, you see this hellhound attacking it, bringing it down. Though the horse is strong, powerful legs, kicks, bites, it's no match for the hellhound that came against it. And you see the horse brought down. And as the horse is brought down, and as your vision returns to you, you see a scepter where the horse was. And then you're back as you.
2 questions.
Yes,
What color was the horse?
horse was white.
White
Snow
horse.
white, perfectly, almost
Perfectly white horse.
pure white.
And was the scepter upright or lying down?
The scepter was covered in ash and blood.
Hellhound? There was a hellhound with jeweled fangs and a white horse. And though the white horse fought, it fell. Killed. Then a scepter covered in ash and blood. I think it's the future. It was not a forced vision.
I'm rolling a wit's insight.
Okay.
And I roused for a surge and got hungrier.
You hear a voice. But you don't recognize it. You don't know where this voice comes from. Violent delights have violent ends. And then your beast goes silent. Six.
Hang on.
Seven, but
With
a
a crit.
messy crit. Not going to hit you with a clan compulsion on this one. But I will say, it's a masquerade breach that doesn't matter when your coteries all together. But you do see a flicker of something, everyone in the room who is present. The flicker of something behind Jackie's eyes. Something feral. Something monstrous. You don't know why that beer popped up, Jackie. You don't know what this has to do with anything else. But this vision has upset your beast.
Jackie?
Lamar looks in Jackie's direction.
It's nothing. It's nothing. And she returns to normal.
Do the symbols mean anything to any of you?
No, this is not my particular bag, so.
Adventure will fall.
Like it was a 683 candidates.
But the horse, that's not like a chess reference to the game, is it?
Storyteller, is there anything I can roll to?
Based on the successes on the hidden roll, it's not related to the game. But the horse, the fact that it was a pure white horse, is something important about the discussion.
I don't believe it had anything to do with the game. It had not the same feel to it, not the same symbolic language, if you will.
Right.
But I feel that the horse being white is important. A white horse, Snow White, pure white. A knight's horse? No.
That's what I was thinking, but from what you say, no. It had no rider, did it?
No rider.
Some of the Ventru in the Sabbat I used to know like to fashion themselves as knights. They were because the Camarilla Ventru, or they rule everything, and blue bloods kings. But a lot of the ones I knew in the Sabbat thought that Jackie's group, so to speak, no offense, that kind of lost their way and went from being the generals and the knights out in the field fighting.
Those are not Ventru.
And I get where you're coming from with that. I'm just supplying my own experience with.
I understand. They might have come
Ventru.
from our blood, but they are not Ventru. They are not deserving of the blood within their fucking veins.
But, I mean, Jackson, Sovereign, Horatio, any of, you don't think, there's just too many possible targets. But I mean, if you're going to hit someone, why not hit someone at the top, so to speak? Unless
The horse wouldn't be someone at the top. She would have seen a crown or something like that, if it was a king or a prince. I'm certain of it. Her symbology is very literal in some ways.
You said you heard earlier there was an animal attack on the east side.
East side.
You didn't hear anything more about
No.
who was attacked?
No.
Or what was attacked?
No, I'd heard it in passing through here when I came in.
If you want to, you do have a phone. You could check yourself, of course.
Okay.
I pull up my phone and check.
It's on the news. There was some sort of wild animal attack on the east side of Chicago. A couple people seem to have been mauled and attacked by, they're calling it a wolf or bear, though it's not a part of Chicago that has many of those. Yes, Eleanor.
Did the hellhound in my vision have any special qualities?
No,
besides
not
the jewel
other than
fangs?
the jeweled fangs. Though I will allow you to roll intelligence and awareness. Do well enough and we'll
I'm going
see.
to step outside for a moment, and I'm going to call Dread.
Okay. 2 is not enough. Nope, you don't see anything extra. And I will let you willpower, but I'll be honest, as storyteller, you'd need a crit on your willpower roll.
Then I won't.
You're gonna call Dread.
Mm-hmm.
Phone rings like 2 times, and you can hear the motorcycle. He's not riding it, obviously. He pulled off the road because he wouldn't be able to hear you as he's riding it. Jackie, what's up?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I saw the news.
Yeah. There's a dust up
Huh.
on the east side.
Huh. Everybody okay?
All of ours are.
Good.
There was some collateral damage.
Oh. Let's get together, talk about it.
Yeah. We'll do that as soon as we can.
I'm at the club, whenever you're free.
Okay, yeah. I'll be by later tonight.
Perfect.
We're done the thing. We're okay, though.
Good. Glad to hear it.
He hangs up the phone.
And she walks back into the conference room. It appears there was, some fighting going on in East Side, and there's been some collateral damage, but, the ones I know of who might be involved in that did not take any damage as far as that extent themselves. I will find out more later tonight. Your vision is very concerning to me, Eleanor.
I see that it is. I wish I could tell you more.
It's all right.
I could try again.
Considering that your visions are true, more often than not, it's bound to happen eventually. We'll figure it out then.
Yes.
Maybe we should all, lie low the next couple of nights, see if anything else pops up in the news or just in general. Stay on the safe side, so to speak.
And of course, check in with everyone.
Absolutely.
Roscoe, you may wish to check on your friend.
I'll go topside.
And I will, Roscoe goes up, and I think we're going to pause the scene with the circle or the coterie. Circle, this isn't Wraith. The coterie in the conference room, and allow Roscoe to speak with Sam on the roof. What is Sam doing? Smoking a cigarette and just staring?
He's actually sitting cross-legged with his hands on his knees.
Okay.
I'll come sit across from him. Also, Sam, how you doing?
I hate this fucking city.
Yeah, it's kind of a dump.
Every time every fucking time some new fresh horror rears its ugly head, and just Shit's all over the dining room table. And the only reason Angie didn't find her way into one of those fucking clubs is because Lasky wanted to give her the fucking personal touch. I want to fucking kill him.
There'll be time for that, but not right now. He's way too connected, as you've told us. It's not going to have any good outcome. At least not yet. Not until we can get him separated.
I'm gonna tear his world apart.
That we can do.
He's done to me. I'm gonna tear his world apart. I'm gonna make him feel like he's in the middle of a goddamn desert, and the only thing he's got to drink is some goddamn castor oil. And then, no.
I was going to say, don't give him sweet release that quick.
No, that's just it. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not the way.
Well, the good thing is that Ballard has told him to keep it low key with you so that he's not going to strike you directly yet, which gives you time to figure out how to hurt him and keep on hurting him.
There's a way. Like I said, I just gotta fucking strip away the layers. You know me, I'm real good at taking off layers.
Yes, you are. So if you can't just turn him into a bloodstain on the road, what's the plan?
You know, I got this voice in my head that keeps telling me, make him beg for it. Make him fucking crawl. But that ain't me, man. I gotta do this right. Gotta do right by too many people, you included. I can't rush this. I can't. I gotta be patient. Gotta make sure it doesn't fall back on you. Gotta make sure it doesn't fall back on any of the others. Just, I want him fucking dead, man. I want to fucking rip him apart. I want to fucking watch as the light leaves his fucking eyes. And I want him to know it was fucking me. I want to feel his fucking pulse stop in my hands.
We'll get there. Let's just work the plan. And figure out how to hurt him. And deprive him.
Need a plan. Piss poor planning prevents proper performance, right?
That's right, man.
Opportunity or success is when opportunity and preparation meet. All right. Think, Sammy. Think. All right. I'm good, man. I'm good. What fresh hell has been delivered in my absence?
Well, Eleanor had a vision.
Oh, yeah, because it's Tuesday.
Not entirely sure what to make of it. He was a white horse brought down by a hellhound. And then after the horse was taken down, it turned into a scepter, ash covered. Right? Okay.
A white horse. Scepter. Okay, so Clan of Kings. Hellhound.
Yeah, and coincidentally, Jackie had heard of an animal attack over on the east side. So she's going to be looking into that. Don't know if they're connected or not. No idea.
I mean, I imagine not. Eleanor sees what's to come, right?
Yeah. And they have a habit of coming true.
Well, it sounds like the animal attack has already happened, so.
Yeah, she did seem to think that it wasn't related to the chess game that's in play, the big game. So.
You know me, man. I play fucking dominoes. I don't play no chess.
It is a little simpler.
Tell me about this hellhound.
It was big, fiery red eyes, and jeweled fangs.
Jeweled fangs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't say what kind of jeweling it was or what color or anything, but sufficiently odd.
I have a suspicion. I got a fucking.
Well, if you feel fit to be around people, why don't you come down and ask Eleanor for it while it's still fresh?
Man, since when have I ever been fit to be around people? So let's go.
All right.
I need somebody very, very drunk to drink. Let's go.
All right, man.
And you return to the conference room. Now, as you're returning, I'm going to flash back to the conference room before we end this episode, for that Eleanor, Jackie, and Lamar, if they wish to have any further conversations before this ends.
I have taken my sketchbook out of my bag, and I'm drawing the hellhound attacking the horse.
Okay.
Very dynamic, dramatic, terrible.
Lamar is watching watching the drawing take shape and just kind of looking over it for any idea to see if there's anything that he can pick out or anything that stands out about it.
Jackie's pacing the room. Almost like a caged animal.
I bring out a red colored pencil from the bag and start doing the jeweled fangs in red.
And while we're walking down, I do mention to Sam that we noticed that flicker in Jackie's eyes.
Okay.
Jackie, are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine, Lamar. For some reason, the vision made my beast really fucking upset, and I have no idea why.
That hasn't happened before.
Never.
Odd.
I mean, obviously it doesn't care when I set up other Ventrue to fall. Why is this one so special?
Perhaps because they are special. I
As Sam sort of sits down,
you all right, Sam?
Jackie, you got any venture in your life that you're particularly fond of?
Oh, there's a few.
Any that fit the description?
Of a white steed? No.
A great black hound.
Red eyes, jeweled fangs. This pencil is not really capturing the red.
Great black hound.
Hound from hell?
We're all from hell, darling.
I'm from New England, thank you very much.
Place is kind of hellish.
Depends on where you're at.
Lake Cocytus, even.
Boston was always particularly strange.
Yeah, fuck Boston. Sorry.
Anyone here can think of anyone who fits a description of the Great Black Hound?
I got nothing.
Well,
A particular nom de plume, if you will?
there is the Hound, the legendary La Sombra. Tally. See?
In the
And
air.
at that, Jackie stops dead in her tracks.
Roscoe, having been in D.C.,
Right.
would know definitely of Tally, as would Jackie,
having-
as would Sam.
Yeah, the golden, or the fucking bejeweled fangs, the hellhound, yeah. The only thing missing is the goddamn brand.
You see that flash in her eyes again.
Jackie, what's going on? Never seen that happen with you before. Not twice tonight.
My instincts are raging at me.
Is there somewhere I can look? Anything I can do?
Excuse me for a moment.
Yes, of course.
She steps out,
Okay.
calls Etienne to her.
He was actually in just outside the conference room.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
Go to Philip, tell him to run.
Ma'am.
Tell him Eleanor's had a vision. He needs to run.
Yes, ma'am. He looks over at Peter. Stay with her. And Etienne departs.
And she goes back into the conference room.
And I think right here is where I'd like to end this episode. And unbeknownst to this coterie, in a city that's not Chicago, a woman is getting on a private jet on her way to a city she has never been to but once before, actually, because she has a job to do. And I would like to thank my players for the viewer vote. Eleanor and Jackie have won the viewer vote for last week.
Thank y'all.
If you're watching this now, pop over to our Discord, vote on who gets the viewer vote for this episode. You can vote for one person, multiple people, all the people. Doesn't really matter. Vote for whoever you think deserves some bonus XP. And it's in Chi-Town chat. And whoever has the most votes, or if enough people have voted that I feel it's warranted, everyone can even get a bonus XP. If you like what we're doing here, or if you like what I'm doing, I don't care. If you don't like what I'm doing but love my players, follow us here on Twitch. If you love what my wife's doing, subscribe to the channel. If you want to give something to the players, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. That's the viewers' ways to give back to the players, of course. If you want to catch out some Windy City After Dark merchandise, right here in chat, check out the merch. Check out our friends list. Great group of people. Check them out. A lot of them do their own vampire streams. Or, in the case of Ravenous Archon, he does Star Wars. He just ran our Mage Chronicle, so check out Ravenous Archon. Good guy. I'm going to let Relin do the schedule. I know I'm missing one thing, and I'll YouTube. You want to catch our back episodes? There we go. This was such an emotional episode, everybody. I'm kind of, my brain is going from the players. Yeah. If you want to catch our back episodes, pop over to YouTube right here in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you know where to find the back episodes because you're already watching on YouTube. I'm going to turn this over to my wife now, who will do the schedule.
Yes. So thank you all so much for joining us for episode 8 of Windy City After Dark season 3. We are nearing the end of this season, y'all. Oh my God. Coming up on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, it will be episode 3 of Ravenia's Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition Chronicle, Phoenix's Call. I have no idea, because we record this prior to her streaming her second episode. I have no idea what's going on at this point, but it is set in 1996 Wyoming. And I know that there's an amazing cast of characters in this game. And already in the first episode, there was shenanigans and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I know Nikki, I know Ravenia, she's going to bring in some spooky, creepy, bad stuff too. So you want to tune in for that. Trust me. I've played a werewolf game of hers. She likes to have it be nice and easy to start with, and then all of a sudden she turns that dial.
The first episode had a snake riding around on one of the players' shoulders, a spirit snake, and it was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Because she used her puka voice as the snake's voice, and the puka voice is awesome.
It is awesome. And then on Saturday, the 31st, we have at 3 p.m. Eastern, London Esoteric Society, our Call of Cthulhu 7E stream run by the amazing Game Master Tiss. You'll want to tune in for the cult stuff there because people are insane and they're in Victorian London and investigating some really weird cult stuff. It's craziness. It's craziness. You want to tune in for that. And then, of course, on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we will be back with episode 9 of season 3 of Windy City After Dark. More vampy action.
And we are in the home stretch, everybody. We are right at the end. And as you can see, Shanky is not letting up with the tension. This is going to be a very tense season, and it's going to end tense. And I hope everyone's enjoyed it. And I thank my players here for this. And as always, mental health, everybody, it's no joke. It's not a laughing matter. But check in on everybody around you. Make sure they're okay, because they may not be. And hopefully you could be the voice that gives them that lifeline they need, or the encouragement to step away from the edge. And if you do suffer from mental health issues like many of us do, look over here in chat right now. There's a list of numbers you can call or numbers you can text to get 24/7 help from anyone that will talk to you. It's these people will not judge you. They will not hold it against you. They will just try to talk you through it, because we all need people. As much as even introverts like myself, we are social beings. And we need that interaction with other people sometimes just to help out. So that's very important. And I'm going to turn this over to my wife so she can do her vaccination thing, because people, just listen to her.
I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I'm going to tell you for real. Don't believe the bullshit you see on websites and social media and all that shit about it messes with your fucking third eye chakra. It fucking implants fucking Wi-Fi in you and the fucking 4Gs and 5Gs and all that shit. And don't believe that. The COVID vaccination helps save lives. It helps save the vaccinated person's life. It helps save people that can't get vaccinated life, because we can stop the spread of the fucking disease if we all get vaccinated, if we can. Seriously, in the state of Maryland, 100% of the COVID deaths last month were actually unvaccinated people. 100%. Countrywide in the U.S., 99% of COVID deaths last month were unvaccinated people. Get your vaccine. Give a shit, get a shot. Do it for yourself, do it for others, please.
And the vaccine doesn't mean you won't get COVID. The vaccine means if you do get COVID, you'll survive. You won't be on a ventilator. Yeah. You won't end up with your lungs ruined or your heart enlarged. Or if you're a man like me, and Mickey and Lamar and Urian down there, impotence is a side effect of fucking COVID. Don't let yourself get real fucked up with that. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm hoping to appeal to that method.
Yeah.
Maybe that method will get people to fucking start doing it.
Don't let your dick get broke. Get your shot.
That should be, I mean, I'm appealing to the little head. Hey, I'm going to take every chance I get to appeal to whatever we have to appeal to.
It's for real, y'all. And the herd immunity helps protect everyone. It really does. So please go get it. We want you around for a long time. That's right. And from the cast of this amazing show and all you viewers out there, I hope you've been enjoying it. Things are about to get even uglier. So I thank you all for watching. I thank my players for playing. And good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.